you and the Indians in that situation of garnishing like a power play yourself, right? To negate the opportunity that the Blades are going to have to start up this.
Correct. And if Hosinski cashes in on that one, obviously they go up 3-2. So like you'd rather have the penalty shot, but with him not being able to cash in on an opportunity, now we have the tie game, and the Blades are going to have a lot of power play time on this clean surface of ice.
Well, hey, we're going to take one more time out. When we come back, we have the third period of action here of the 2023 Mission City Championship game here on 95.3 MNC.
Resolutions. They are easy to make and hard to follow.
Well, you know what? Everybody had to go to the bathroom, right? Everybody had to go to the bathroom. Everybody had to go to the bathroom.
It's wrong.
I know.
Follow through
before the game. Right. I know. Everyone in
Foundation. You will help neighbors in need, improve your own health, and help your local community. Come into South Bend Medical Foundation and donate blood in February. And as a part of the Appreciation Month, you will receive a fun hoodie.
Yeah, do we get
a silent hero?
Do they go to shootout?
Local hospital.
Or do they just keep playing?
Shootout.
Even in a championship, they always shootout.
Emergency situations.
All I know is there was a game that went in overtime, right?
South Bend
LSJB penned the shootout.
It's our way of saying
that came into a shootout. I just didn't know championship game. I don't know.
I imagine this stops so once we get the skate. I think it becomes continuous overtime, right?
I would hate to see a game end on a shootout.
Most how to do it to you. Call 234-1157 or log on to giftbloodnow.com. Roll up your sleeve, then put on your new hoodie because you are a hero. Go to giftbloodnow.com.
This is High School Hockey Night on 95.3 MNC.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at rink number 1 at the Ice Box in South Bend, Indiana. Josh Williams alongside Mike Gallo, and you're listening to the 2023 Mission City Championship game. We've got the Southwest Michigan Blades taking on the StJoe Indians this Sunday, and it's a 2-2 score as we start the third period, and we have the Blades start the third period with a 1:46 power play opportunity. So, Mike Gallo was capitalizing on some of the information that we saw in the first 2 periods. The penalty shot missed by Hosinski now leads an opportunity for the Blades here to start the third period with a 5-on-4 opportunity. The Blades net zone will be to our right of us, the Indian zone to the left of us.
And Josh, we did see the Blades capitalize on a late power play, but as Hosinski's out here to take this center ice face-off, you cannot rule him out of the shorthand opportunities he can create for himself too.
Absolutely. Third period tonight brought to you by Southern Orthopedics, proudly serving the community and celebrating 75 years. Hosinski, Lehman will win the face-off here at center ice. Third period underway. George Smith, he dumps it around the horn from the far side to the near side. And Chase Wilka came down there, and they had a for a moment, but Wilka will bat it out. Here comes Wilka. Wilka on the far side, near side corner. He'll have that hop just behind the net there. And Eckridge delivered a shot. That was really close. His head. My goodness. Yeah, he's Brown.
He's okay, but he's checking out the cage there.
Well, puck just stopped there on a puddle, and Smith had to put the brakes on there and come back to it. Smith now across the blue line on the attack in front of the Indian zone, and he'll send that one off the pads of Wilka. A second opportunity. Doesn't get their bounces in front, but corralled down by, I believe that was number 73, Tromster. 14-18 to go. Wilcott sets up his brother. Number 15 made Wilcott, and Wilcott sets up a little loose change for C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown coming out of his own zone across the red line. They'll dump that pass into the Indian zone, near side corner. We'll see Eckridge come back out, and we'll be able to get it. Lehman's got it. He dumps back for his partner, C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown on the near side corner. He found Leiser in the slot. Leiser couldn't corral it. Off the half boards near side of the Indian zone. Top point. Here comes Boyer. He throws a shot, and that one goes into the crowd to the left of us there with 37 seconds on the power play for the Blades.
Well, yeah, Josh, and you touched on it. It was interesting that Eckridge was going behind his net. He thought that puck was going to get to him. It just stopped in a puddle of water, and the Blades were able to retain possession of that and eventually get that puck out in the high slot to Boyer there. So early on, we're seeing some of the issues with the puddles we saw last weekend on the ice.
Penny's going to do the face-off work here near Santana in the Indian zone. Off the half boards is Roberson. He throws the shot that hits the side of the net there. Penny's going to try and get the loose change, but not before Owen Balin could send that back to the top. Boyer's got it for the Blades, and finally Balin clears it out, and a quick job there by Colton Edmond. He backhands up to the neutral zone ice, and he'll chase that into the Blades zone, but Price has got it. Works his way to the far side corner. 13:28 to go. Setting up to Penny. Penny in the neutral zone ice. He throws across the ice, and that was for LeGros, but LeGros got hung up on a puddle and stuck in the neutral zone ice. Roberson gets the loose change back around and moving right to left. is Roberson. Roberson, he gets pickpocketed by Owen Balin, but he gets his rebound right back and out of the far side corner. Roberson still with it on his stick and finally cut down by Zielinski, but LeGros gets the loose change, right back away. LeGros trying to center up Roberson. Couldn't get there. Boyer comes down and keeps that one alive in the Indian zone. And here comes an opportunity. Bounce it around down in front. The loose change is gobbled up by Uruguay. 12:56 to go. And now there's just a fight to stay alive down there.
Yeah, the Blades just threw that puck out in front and went through the crease. And I think it hit the skate there of Evan Bale and popped straight up in the air. Uruguay looked up. He couldn't track it. Next thing you know, it kind of dropped there at his feet. But nice job by St. Joe just kind of walling up. Now not allowing the Blades to pounce on that bouncing puck.
12:56 to go. The Buford Brady face-off coming in here in the Indian zone. Near side face-off dog. Blades are going to win it. Lehman will track it down behind Uruguay. Moves to the far side corner here in the Blades zone. He'll make his way on the half boards and throw that across the ice for C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown has to come back off of his mark and pick it up. Now in the slot for Lehman. Couldn't control. We'll go to the far side corner. Lehman in the Indian zone. Back to the top of the point for Wilcutt. Wilcutt delivers one. And there's a loose change situation. Another one. And for the third time, this one hops back out to Boyer.
Huge save there by Uruguay on Brown in the high slot.
And through the neutral zone ice, the Indians get it clear, and we'll chase this one down. It's Parker. Parker got the first goal of the night, and with 12:19 to go.
And as I see Brown kind of doing the skate there, he is talking to the Raptors because he knows who had the game, not the game maybe, but the opportunity to put his team ahead there on his stick. And Uruguay just came out. We talked about he's so big, he does not go down, and he got that puck that made that save with his left shoulder.
12:19 to go here in the third period. The town game 2-2. Westbrook doing work against Edmond. Far side dot here in the Indian zone. Tied up at the center dot. Oh, and that was fired away. Rebound collected on the near side half boards. Westner will throw it back down, and they'll escape to the far side corner. Zielinski moving against Mazzola. Mazzola will try to tie that one up, and a great job by Westbrook just to come in off the half boards there, throw it to the near side corner. Adams got him, and he blows a tire, and that one will slip back in the neutral zone ice. Mazzola's got it at the red line. Being played out, though, by Zielinski. And he'll dump into the Indian zone. Owen Balin down there to chase, and he backhands one to the far side corner. Guyton around him, and we'll see if we can move that one out. It was through the skates of Colton Edmond. Guyton got it, and a good job there by the Blades to keep it alive here in the Indian zone. Torada try to clear it out. Finally on the tape of Edmond. Edmond watch it across the blue line, and a good job poking out where Leisner had it. And here comes Torada. Torada on the near side corner. There's this Zielinski sending it back to the top for Eckridge. Eckridge put it back to Zielinski, and here comes Edmond on the near side faceoff. That just crossed the face of Chase Elliott. Chase Wilcutt.
Late keeping there by Guyton.
Here comes Boyer chasing that one down to the near side corner. Toronto's got it for the Indians. 11:10 to go. Oh, and a great tie-up happening as Jacob Hunt comes flying in there. He dislodges the puck, but C.J. Brown's got it. C.J. Brown working his way out of his own zone. Offsides? No, they say no. And here comes a blocked opportunity. Torada got his body in front of a shot that was trying to be taken by C.J. Brown. And now it's Colton Edmond. Edmond working his way through the neutral zone ice. Out of the near side corner. Holmes was there, but Edmond, we'll see that one fall to Roberson. And good pickpocket opportunity by Gerard, but Roberson gets it right back. Trying to hook up with C.J. Brown through the neutral zone ice. Couldn't do so. Just a little bit too strong on that one. Icing coming up at 10:41 here in the third period.
Yeah, and Brown would have been step for step there with Eckridge as they're kind of talking to each other on that one. So a near miss there for the Blades, who have really done a good job the first 4.5 minutes of this third period. But now as we get down here to our right with Hozinski in the faceoff circle, this is what he's been so good all night, Josh.
Here we go. We'll see out of the far side top. This one picked up by the Blades. In the neutral zone ice. Smith was down there, but they were a hand pass here. 10:36 to go.
Yeah, I think it was Connor Place there for the Blades that had Connor Penny that had that puck just kind of get up into his equipment and kind of move forward to Smith. I don't think he intended to make a hand pass there, but good job there by the officials to blow that one down when there's a doubt. So again, Hozinski, he won that last face-off, drew it back. Let's see if we can do it again here for St. Joe.
Hozinski against LeGros, far side dot in the Blade zone. It comes to the far side corner. Wilcutt will chase, but don't try to behind Chase. And here comes a pass. Try to be set up for Smith. It gets to the neutral zone ice, and will be blown for a whistle with 10:26 to go here in the third period.
And a little bit of a choppy start here now, kind of a choppy sequence here. But Josh, I kind of think this favors the Blades. I think when it's more of a structured game, I think it favors the Blades a bit more. I think St. Joe kind of likes the frenetic, kind of up and down with a more open style of play.
Hozinski and LeGros again over a far side face-off out here in the Blade zone. Wilcutt, he picks it up out of the far side corner, pumps some brakes, and Joe Clark, my goodness, I mean, his as close to breaking the angles as you could be. Penny, backhanded pass for Smith. Smith, he delivers a shot. That one misses the cover. Yurgler and bounces to the far side corner. Now at the half boards for LeGros.
That was labeled low corner.
Salvatore, he backhands one from the blue line further into the Indian zone. And Eckridge is there, try to set up Holmes. Holmes couldn't corral it. Wilcott will chase into his own zone. Near side corner. Hozinski comes down. He's got it on his tape. Coming back to the near side corner. Wilcott's there. Gerard and Hozinski for the Indians. 9:50 to go. Loose change. Smith has got it for the Blades in his own zone, and he will get past Holmes. Far side corner. Now working his way back to the near side. Neutral zone ice for Penny. He walks it across the blue line, near side in the Indian zone. And here comes an opportunity. Yurgler comes out with a stick and deflects that into the glass behind him. And here comes loose change. Closer. He tried to send that one further along, but LeGros comes at the blue line and dumps it further into the Indian zone. Wraps around from the far side to the near side. 9:20 to go. LeGros got it. Neutral zone ice. He gets duressed by Jacob Holmes. Back to Hozinski in his own zone, near side. He goes across the ice for Edmund. Edmund across the red line. Walks it across the blue line. And he comes to the near side corner. Backhands one, but nobody home. I believe Westbrook is going to be able to pick that one up. And he'll send it home. Here comes the loose opportunity. Zielinski, rebound in front. Now off the near side corner. Here comes Leister to clear out the zone. But a good job by Zielinski to get it right back.
That was Wilcott's best save of the night. There was that puck right in the stick of Zielinski all low in the high slot. Nice job there by Wilcott.
Oh, Evan Baylor wanted to hook up with Colton Edmond, but couldn't find him. Place is going to retreat back into his own zone. And he'll come from the near side to the far side. And out of the far side corner, cycle back around, pump the brakes between Chase, Wilcott, and now through the neutral zone ice. Here comes Williams. Williams in front of the Indians bench. He throws out one into the Indian zone. Collected out of the near side corner by Owen Baylor. Owen Baylor, loose change. Here comes Colton Edmond. And Edmond across the red line. And he walks it across the blue line into the slot. Couldn't corral it. A good cut down by the Blades and clear out of their own zone. 8:18 to go here in the third period. And Hatton, who tried to corral it, send it right through both, I believe that was Tirada and Baylor. And here comes Evan Baylor. Evan Baylor's got it on his stick. Lost his mark. C.J. Brown tried to have it. And a good job by Williams. He get a stick on that one, but Colton Edmond, he takes it from the neutral zone ice, far side of it, and walks it across the blue line to the far side corner. Usman down there as well. He tried to backhand one, couldn't do so. This time it's Lehman working his way to the near side half boards in his own zone. Across the neutral zone ice, he dumps that into the Indian zone. No icing called. But Andy Yurgler, behind his brother, sends that to the far side corner. C.J. Brown in the Indian zone, looking for a centering pass. Couldn't get there, and there was Wilcott laying out to try and keep that one alive. It slips all the way back down to his brother, Chase Wilcott, and Wilcott dishes out a soft touch pass to his teammate. Brown through the neutral zone ice. Try to set up Roberson. Roberson too strong, closer. Chasing that one down with a icing is called. 7:26 to go in the third period. Tie game 2-2.
So Josh, early on we saw both teams just really physical, looking to take the body. Now we kind of settled in. You can almost feel it in the crowd too, just kind of calm here, just waiting for something to happen. A lot of nervous energy. We've seen both Wilcott and Yurgler make their best saves of the night in the third period. Everybody's just elevating their game here.
Penny and Hozinski near side dot here in the Blade zone. Eckridge keeps it alive, top of the point. He sends a ride. That just escapes from the boards behind Wilcott there. And here comes an opportunity for Andy Yurgler trying to set up Hozinski. It slips back to the near side corner. Being played out by Andy Yurgler. Loose change picked up by the Blades, and here they come. LeGros through the neutral zone ice. Oh, he just couldn't get it set it down. And loose change in the neutral zone ice will come all the way back to Wilcott. Wilcott will walk it across the red line. Now he enters into the offensive zone near side. 7 minutes to go in the third period. He takes the puck to the far side corner, dumps back, and he finds Smith. George Smith has got it behind the net, and there's a centering pass off of one of the Indians, and Hozinski's got it out of the near side corner. Penny keeps it alive, and he'll redirect that one in front of the Indians bench. Smith is chasing that one on Troster. Still trying to be kept alive, and here come the Blades. They have it still in the Indian zone, and Eckridge will see if he can clear it out. He gives it a little kick with his skate, and it finally does. Plays up the near side for Salvatore. Salvatore down at the neutral zone ice for Penny, and here comes Eckridge. Eckridge cycles back from the near side to the far side of his own zone. Now into the neutral zone ice, and he'll just dump that one into the Blades zone. 6:20 to go. We'll see. Place. He's got it behind Wilcott. Goes back to the far side corner, dumps out to the neutral zone ice. He wanted to find, I believe, McGrove there. Instead, he found Petty. McGrove's got it top of the point. He can't get it through the slot there. Parada, he got a good stick on it, and he tried to escape the zone. It slips back out to the neutral zone ice in front of the scorer's crease, and Edmund hits the ice down there. Weiser trying to shovel that one out over Edmund, and finally Blades do. McGrove has it on the attack, but not before Parada could, or Guyton could settle that one down, and here comes loose change all the way back to the top of the point, near side, and Place, he sends it on a ride, try to get it around the horn from the near side, but cut down by Owen Baylor. 5:40 to go. Owen Balin working out of his own zone, near side to the neutral zone ice, and he throws a shot as he walks across the blue line at Chase Wilcott, and he covers that one up with 5:36 to go in the second period.
So Josh, we're seeing the opportunities for St. Joe now start to come from a lot farther out and a lot wider. It just feels like the Blades have this game playing the style they want to in this third period. I feel like if St. Joe's going to score, it's got to be a very opportunistic chance for them.
Edmund Lehman here on the Blade zone. Owen Baylor, he throws a shot from the top of the point, near side, doesn't get there. Out of the far side corner, goes back up to the far side half boards where Wilcott sends it through for Brown. Brown backhands one, but they'll say offsides as a call. 5:25 to go here in the third period.
And the other thing too, Josh, about this kind of period, like where it's been a little bit choppy, the crowd's out of it. This is a very pro St. Joe crowd. They've got all the students down here to our left. We've got the St. Joe crowd, the huge numbers in front of us. And a lot quieter here as this game's kind of settled in. I think everything favors the Blades right now. But again, can't rule out St. Joe because they're so opportunistic with these neutral zone opportunities.
Rosinski and the face-off, he lost that one. The Blades win it. They'll send it all the way back down. Close here. He's got it. For Lehman. Lehman half boards. He centers that one up for Roberson. Roberson turns around. That was off the glove. Rebound collected over near side half boards. Boyer, he kept it alive top of the point, sends it further along, and that one was off the stick of Yogler into the protected netting with 5:05 to go.
And now we're seeing why Zach Yogler is a first-team all-league goaltender, Josh. He's been making big saves there. He knows Vinci can do the pad tap there. I think he knows, hey, we're leaning on you right now, big guy.
Rosinski, Lehman doing work near side face-off out here on the Indian zone. 5 minutes to go. Eckridge has got it on tape for Holmes. Holmes through the center of the ice, across the blue line, into the attack, and a good job by Boyer to cut that down. And a shot taken! He scores! It's Eckridge! He's got the Indians up by one!
And Josh, we talked about it at the top of the show. It was going to be gap closure and back-checking how important it was. It was Holmes who tried to get that shot on net. The Blades did a good job collapsing and just knocking that puck through, but it was Eckridge who came barreling in from the blue line, and I don't think Wilcott saw that puck there. And like we talked about, Josh, rush teams, opportunistic. That is St. Joe hockey this year. And right now, with 4:52, it's the Blades finding themselves down 3-2.
Here we are, proactive goal scored by Steven Eckridge. His second of the playoffs. And he's got his team up by one out of the Indian zone. This one on the half boards far side, 4:40 to go. Through the neutral zone, it's Jacob Humps. Jacob Humps walks it across the blue line. He backdoors one. That wasn't a good setup for Rosinski. And it goes behind him. And oh my goodness, Wilcott was out of position. It went behind him. And he did not face of the goal. And here comes on the half boards Rosinski. Behind Rosinski, it's Smith. Smith working his way through the neutral zone ice. He tried to backhand one that one for Weister. He couldn't get it. Jacob Humps walks it across the blue line on the attack, and he just backhands one for Wilcott. And he covers it up, freezes it up. 4:16 to go in the third period.
Josh, we saw that puck go to the right of Wilcott. It went back through the crease underneath Wilcott. Then it went back from the left to the right underneath Wilcott again. Rosinski is right on the doorstep. You didn't know a St. Joe player could just tap that puck home. Huge dodge there by the Blades. St. Joe had the opportunity right there to go for the kill.
LeBron, Edmund, far side face-off out here inside of the Blades zone. 4:16 to go here in the third period. 3-2 score. Indians on top of the Blades. Wilcott out of the far side corner. He gives it a ride back to the near side half boards for Smith. Smith makes it across to Evan Balin. He sends it deeper into the Blades zone. We're going to whistle here. Offsides.
So now if you're St. Joe, the strength of their game kind of comes from those opportunities with Balin or Eckridge leading the charge. But now managing the game is important. The last 4 minutes here, 1-goal lead. I think if you're St. Joe, you just want to get pucks deep. Don't get your defenseman caught up ice.
Edmund Lehman neutral zone ice. Near side face-off back just in front of the Blades blue line. Owen Balin, who gets the face-off win here, sends it deeper into the Blades zone out of the far side corner. Wilcott has that one pop on him. Back in the neutral zone ice for Roberson. Roberson, he just pickpocket as he walks across the blue line by Evan Balin, but gets the rebound right back. Oh, he fires one. That crosses the face of Yogler off to the near side corner. 3:50 to go. Out of it. We'll see Owen Balin finally cleared that one out. He wraps it around to the far side half-board. Zielinski backs it through the neutral zone ice. Lehman cuts it down, sends it across in his own zone to Brown. Warriors have it. Here comes Roberson in the slot. Under the rest of Evan Balin. He still has it on the stick. Roberson fires a shot. Cuts off the pads of Wiggler. Shoulder pads, rather. As the puck goes back to the far side corner. Evan Balin trying to get it on out. Wilcutt keeps it alive. And across the stick of Balin. Here comes the point break opportunity for Lehman. And Wiggler covers up point blank. Left side. 3:20 to go.
Yeah, great keeping there by Wilcutt. That puck out there on the dash here kind of dropped at his feet. Nice footwork to get there. And St. Joe is kind of transitioning out of his zone there. It was Lehman. Unfortunately for St. Joe, by the time that puck out on Lehman's stick, he was just in a little bit too tight between the far faceoff dot and Wiggler.
Kozinski, LeGros, far side dot in the Indians zone. 3:20 to go. Indians lead 3-2. Face-off is going to be corralled by Eckridge. Eckridge out of the near side corner. Smith will take him down. Loose change. LeGros backhands one. That's picked up by Troster. Troster sends it to the far side half boards. Gerard is there. Leister trying to cut it down at the red line. And in between the official skates, Smith has got it. He walks it across the red blue line. And here's a shot. That was gobbled up. Oh, an opportunity. Rebound comes to the near side corner. We'll see if Holmes can get it out. He won't be able to. And a great keep in by Smith. Gets all the way back out to neutral zone ice and comes to Leister. Leister tries to jump that in for LeGros, and we'll say offsides as a call 2:47 to go during the third period.
Yeah, Josh, we're really seeing the Blaze defensemen do a great job. They're stepping up and keeping those pucks in. That time it was Colton Place who kept that in. And so St. Joe, really, right now, if you're Coach Quinn, you got to tell your guys, listen, we can't be worried about getting up ice and trying to score. We've got to be really sure that these pucks are getting out of our zone. Don't cheat. Make sure that you are staying structurally sound in your own defensive zone.
Neutral zone ice face-off between Colton and Edmond, and it was Penny, but Penny got thrown out. LeGros in, just in front of the Indians' blue line. And Indians are going to win this one. Guyton, he clears out his own zone, but Boyer was there at the red line to throw it back in out of the far side corner. He wraps around to the near side. Owen Balin trying to play that one out. Gets through the stick of Wilcutt in the Blake zone. Boyer will have to retreat. He turns around and tries to dump that back in. Hops on the backside of Torada. The fans here trying to help Torada. It's on the backside. Now Colton Edmond has it top of the point. He sends a shot, misses. Wilcutt gets it on the far side corner, and just like that, they clear up the zone. But Guyton, he tried to dump it back in over the far side, and Boyer's got it on the stick moving to the near side.
Well, now you're just seeing that they're keeping a forward high, St. Joe.
Owen Balin. He's dumped that back in, but Boyer's got it on the stick, working his way for Smith. Smith across the blue line. He's on the attack in the slot. That doesn't get through the traffic. Torada cut it down, and Wilcutt will have to chase. Zielinski in pursuit in front of the Blades bench, far side, and here in the Blade zone. Oh, Edmond had an opportunity taken right away from him, and George Smith, he's got the ice on tilt, works it across the blue line, and just like that, Eckridge cuts it down and sends it back in the neutral zone ice.
Great job by Torada to get back in that play as St. Joe had three forwards caught up ice.
Here comes out of the Blade zone. Leister sees Edmond go to the near side half boards. Leister heads to the far side corner. They'll have Gerard in pursuit. Kozinski cuts it down in neutral zone ice and turns around the red line and just dumps that one back in there. Loose change, Wilcutt leaves it for his teammate.
Well, Josh, a minute and a half to go. Let's see if they chase, if they get Wilcutt out of the net now.
Yeah, because Wilcutt's whipping the goal right now. And Brown, he hammers that across the blue line, but not before Owen Balin could cut it back down and send it in.
And Josh, he started towards his bent, but Balin got the puck on the stick, so Wilcutt has to go back.
Lehman, he's got it, working his way out of his own zone, through the neutral zone ice across the red line. He now enters into the attack, sets up a little bit of loose change for Roberson at the half boards, and Kozinski's got it. He sends it back to the neutral zone ice. Boyer's got it through his own zone.
Josh, great job by the Indians, not allowing the Blades get that puck deep. Wilcutt's still in his net under a minute to go.
Here comes an opportunity for Roberson in his own zone. Again, he wanted to get out of his own net, but he couldn't do it. And then tied up by Kozinski. Roberson, he crosses the blue line. He's on the attack, headed to the near side corner. Oh, he just popped up into the near side half boards. No penalty call. It escapes free. Boyer coming all the way back down to the near side corner.
And Wilcutt still in his net. Just a great effort there by Kozinski to chase down that play.
Right, here comes an opportunity for Roberson. Roberson setting up Lehman near side half boards. He throws that behind Nurgler and picked up out of the far side corner. Here comes an opportunity for Place. Place in the slot. He fires high, but that goes off the glass behind Nurgler. Loose change. Zielinski down there, just in from the far side corner. Half boards, far side. Boyer gives it a ride. Doesn't get through the traffic.
10 seconds.
And Eckridge will send it back to Andy Ertler. Andy Ertler clears the zone. And here comes C.J. Brown to the neutral zone ice. It's Jacob Humps. He stole it. And Penny gets it right back. He fires his shot. Misses the mark. We have a lot to get underway here pregame before we can even get to our main component, which is the 2023 Mission City Championship. That'll be happening here tonight. But the awards that they'll be handing out, the Dana Fish Award, the Jack and Jeff Lafferty Award, and the Chris McMillan Volunteer Award. Those three will be presented here before the games. Obviously, both teams are on the blue lines. They respect the blue lines, and we'll have the awards taken off. But before we get there, Mike Gallo, you want to bring us in?
Josh, it's crazy. We were just talking off the air. As a year ago, you and I did this experiment. It's taken off, and it's just so awesome to be here. Super Bowl Sunday. We have the number 1 and the number 2 team in the state. Can't wait for this, but you know the important thing is the awards and the accolades these kids are racking up right now.
Super Bowl Sunday. We got our Super Bowl of high school hockey here at the South Bend. The public address announcer is getting going down there, and as if you were just tuning in, there are several awards that we will hand out. So go in the order, I believe it's either newest to oldest or oldest to newest as of what the award stature is. So not necessarily what award is most important, but the one that's been around the longest will be the order. So we'll go ahead and spend a little time tuning into our public address announcer here as he get us all set for Championship Sunday here on the Icebox.
Dave Lerman, Tim McNeil, and Lefty Smith as a way for the youth in the South Bend community and the surrounding area to establish a high school hockey league for those players that wanted to move up in the hockey community. Their namesake award is now given to the regular season champions each year, and this year, as the number 1 seed, the Southwest Michigan Blades have earned the Founders Award for the 2022-23 season. Will the captains of the Blades please come forward?
That's a pretty cool moment there. Obviously, Chase Wilcott over there is accepting an award from
President Dennis Jordan, Vice President Andy Phillipson.
Which is cool. The award goes to the team that won the regular season championship, which they did.
Yeah, that was a hard-fought award. These two teams, were neck and neck all year. But the Blades did not lose in this regulation.
Academic and Volunteerism Award. Hockey players present a somewhat strange dichotomy. They're some of the toughest athletes on the planet, yet the greatest sportsmen and many times students. As high school athletes, the Michiana High School Hockey League is proud to recognize that strength, volunteerism, and academic achievement. The Chris McMillan Award recognizes a senior player who has excelled academically, invested considerable personal time in volunteer efforts beyond what their team might do, and exhibited toughness and leadership both on and off the ice. This year's honoree has volunteered at the South County Food Drive annually and the First Day Shoe Fund. He has earned a 4.323 grade point average with the intention of studying pre-med at Western Michigan University in Kalamazoo, Michigan. The player is a captain for his team and is an extension of the coaches on the ice. And it is with great pride that the Michiana High School Hockey League honors the 2023 Chris McMillan Award winner from Vicksburg High School and the Southwest Michigan Blades hockey team, Chase Wilcott.
How about the goalie there, picking up the big-time award, the McMillan Volunteer Award that's presented to the senior for outstanding volunteers over their high school career.
Yeah, you hope the kid hasn't hurt himself. He tripped up on the carpet there, but yeah, you see his brother Nate go and accept the first award, and then he receives that second one. So just a great honor for the Wilcott family today.
No, that's outstanding. And again, it's all smiles there as he accepts the award from Dennis Jordan down there. And of course, now he's got some business to do, so he'll hand it back over to Jordan. And I think we have one more before we get to the all-academic teams and all-conference teams here.
Well, Josh, one of the things, Miss Amy Petrie gave us a list of all the academic awards, and looking at the list, there's no way we can honor all these kids because there's so many of these kids.
That's where we're going to
3.0 students or above.
Let our public address announcer tonight take it home for us. So we're just providing some commentary in between hand, but our next award is up.
The Michiana High School Hockey League awards the Dana Fish Mental Attitude Award winner in collaboration with the Fish family and is proud to present the award each year. The award honors its namesake and the Fish family by recognizing annually an individual who best exemplifies scholarship, hockey determination and achievement, respect for the game and officials, sportsmanship, and a positive mental attitude and school and community volunteer activities. Presenting this year's Dana Fish Award is Dana's brother John, his niece Amy, and his grandniece Emily. This year's winner was the captain of his hockey, tennis, and lacrosse team. He plays hard with sportsmanship and by the rules and maintains an overall grade point average of 4.15 on a 4-point scale. He has volunteered at the Icebox Winter Skills Camp as a coach and is active at the Bethany Lutheran Church. He has earned recognition being named to the Michiana High School Hockey League's All-Conference team and will attend one of either Indiana University, Trine University, the University of Denver, or the University of Michigan this fall and will study biochemistry. He has challenged himself by taking numerous AP classes and a host of honors classes over his high school career. It is with great pride that the Michiana High School Hockey League, along with the Fish family, honors the 2023 Dana Fish Award winner from La Lemire School in LaPorte and the Adams High School hockey team, Reese Gulata.
There's a kid that we've seen a lot of this year on our broadcast here, and what an outstanding kid, too. Well deserving of this award. What a great family the Gulatas are, and again, all smiles down there on the black carpet in front of the scores table.
Yeah, his dad does the Adams Eagles Hockey Club feed, and so they're always here, just so generous with their information. But, just, again, great hockey player, but even better kid.
Even better kid, and you love the recognition before a big game like this, right? And I believe this is the part where we're going to transition now to our next awards here, which are going to be for, I believe, the all-conference teams, or if not, the academic all teams that will be announced here, the initial academic awards for 2023. So, obviously, you're just tuning into the broadcast now. It might be a little bit of an interesting pregame show because we're spending some time listening to the public address announced here inside the Icebox, deliver some of these awards before we get to our city championship game.
Well, what's so nice, Josh, is this has picked up a lot of steam as we've kind of gone through this process, and some of these kids that aren't necessarily out here playing today, it's nice to hear their name and their accolades. They're going to be part of this broadcast.
The final award that will be
tune in for our final award
Jack
tonight.
Lafferty Goaltender Award. Presenting this year's award is Jack's son Jim, his granddaughter Brittany, his great-granddaughter Adeline, and his great-grandson Clay. The Jack Lafferty Award was established by the Lafferty family for a person that dedicated his life to coaching hockey, in particular to developing and coaching young goaltenders. Jack trained, coached, and mentored any and all goaltenders, no matter the talent or the team they played for. Jack's friendly manner and fun personality made him a great teacher. He stood for and taught, by example through instruction, the virtues of humility, honor, integrity, hard work, charity, and selflessness. The Michiana High School Hockey League Board looks for a senior goaltender that embodies those traits of great goaltending, hard work, giving back to the sport and to the community, sportsmanship, and a positive attitude. This year's honoree embodies all the virtues that Jack tried to instill in his goalies. He's one of his team's captains, and his father was not only a goalie, but also a teammate of Jeff Lafferty. As he grew up, he worked with Jeff to improve his skills. He's donated his time to helping kids learn to play, and for the sled hockey program, amongst other volunteer efforts. This year's honoree has earned a grade point average of 4.045 and intends to ultimately attend medical school. It is with great pride that the Michiana High School Hockey League honors the 2023 Jack Lafferty Award winner to St. Joseph High School goaltender Zachary Youngwood.
And we said it last time, the award was given out, but again, what an outstanding kid to receive this award, right? You talk about the kids who really kind of exemplify what this award really is about. Who better than Zach Luger?
Yeah, and it's awesome because his father is also in the medical field, so it looks like he's going to kind of take on that tradition too. So, it's neat. Both goaltenders have been recipients of an award, and it just kind of previews, what great kids they have, but also what a great matchup we're going to have in net today as well.
Award winners this afternoon, and good luck to both the Blades and the Indians in this afternoon's championship game.
Well, that's outstanding. And looking at the goaltender matchup here tonight, Zach Luger, obviously the senior goaltender for the St. Joe Indians, and then on the other side, you'll have Chase Wilcott, who's in net tonight for the Southwest Michigan Blades. Warm-up's going to start, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break. We'll reset ourselves and get you ready for the 2022 Mitchell City Championship here on the Icebox. Here's the high school hockey night on 95.3 MNC.
Hey, it's high school hockey nights. How long do you want? To tell you how Dr.
Well, honestly, you can take some at 60 if you want.
Back in the game.
I just don't know what we have both here.
High school hockey night continues on 95.3 NNC.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth here at the Icebox. Josh Williams alongside Mike Gallo. We've got the Proactive Health pregame moving along. We've got the Southwest Michigan Blades, the number 1 team here in the Mitchell standings, versus the St. Joe Indians, the number 2 team in the Mitchell standings here. And they're doing work tonight to decide who is going to be a champion of the 2023 Mitchell season here tonight. Josh Williams alongside Mike Gallo. Let's get the pregame moving, sir.
Yeah, Josh, this is a matchup that we were kind of hoping we get a chance to see. It's kind of nice to know that people were really kind of asking and hoping you could be here Friday night. I don't think they realize that you live 2 hours away. I was doing a basketball broadcast, but man, I think both you and I were kind of glued to the Facebook feeds and Twitter to see what was going on in this game, and it was a great game with the Blades coming out 1-0. It was Jarrett LaGrow that scored the game winner in the third period, and Wilcott was in net to lock down the shutout. But these two teams, this is the 5th matchup between these teams on the year, and it's been just tight-knit the entire way. The Blades got the 4-1 victory back in October, but you and I have been pretty open and honest. Can't really take a whole lot away from October hockey, but man, this is now the 4th matchup in the last month between these two teams. The St. Joe Indians have won 2 of those matchups, but both in a shootout. And it was the game that never happened. When you were on that call, it was a fantastic 6-5 final. And so I think you and I have just been kind of jacked and ready to do this game again. Yeah. And I'm glad we got it here on Sunday.
Well, we've seen a lot of folks tonight who, have been on our broadcast throughout the season. We haven't got to see as much St. Joe, but what we have gotten to see, we started out our season with St. Joe taking on Penn. They did some work here in the playoffs. Obviously, we had them against Penn, a 4-1 decision for them. Plenty of good goal scorers and opportunities for the St. Joe Indians here. When we look at the production-wise throughout the playoffs here, my goodness, number 75 and 77 for the Indians. Colton Edmond, he's got 2 goals, 1 assist for 3 points, and Alex Girard, 2 goals, 1 assist, and 3 points for him. And the games played here through the Mitchell playoffs, they have really been, that line down there has really been where the production has came from. Of course, you have Teddy Osinski, who's really feeding everything together. 2 assists for him on the postseason. Andy Yeager, another guy who has got some production with him, 1 goal, 1 assist for 1 point. And Steven Eckridge, how could you forget about him? Number 11, he is fast, as well as Anthony Torrata. You got 2 of those guys here who together, 2 goals, 2 assists, and 2 points.
Yeah, Josh, it's really hard to feature certain guys on these rosters because it's a whole roster of guys. Yeah. You really don't know where the scoring is going to come from because both these teams are so deep. In fact, back in that 6-5 game that we called in January, there were 10 different goal scorers in that game. So, I mean, these teams are loaded up and down. They have kids that can skate on the back end. They have top-notch goaltending. It's probably why they're both ranked number 1 and 2 in the state. So, this is just going to be a game. I kind of anticipate a low-scoring game. The icebox here has a little bit smaller of a surface, so some of that speed that we saw at the Compton Arena gets a little bit negated when we get in these tighter spaces. So, for me, I think the key is going to be kind of like the back checking and the gap closure that these forwards have, because both these teams have firepower, not only on the front line, but the back end and the blue line as well.
Tonight, it really does kind of seem that whatever defense can kind of really assert themselves first and set that dominance right from the word go. That seems where that advantage is going to be, because you're right. We basically have suffocated these two teams who, if you put them on a larger ice here, they're explosive. But you cage them together in a compressed space like this here on rink number 1, and it becomes a little bit of a different game. We'll see what Blades team we get tonight here in this tighter quarters.
And the slight edge may go to the Blades, just because there are teams that we've seen, they like to get pucks low and throw them back out high. St. Joe, the times we've seen them, they're more of a rush team. They get a lot of their scoring opportunities and chances off the rush, which is hard to do on the smaller surface. So if I'd say there's a slight edge, it maybe goes to the Blades. We saw them win 1-0 on Friday night. But honestly, Josh, really kind of throw all that away. It's a one-game winner-take-all scenario, and I'm just looking forward to what should be a great matchup.
And either way we look at it this year, one of these two teams, we will have a new champion of the Mitchell League. No repeats here. One of these two teams will be taken away. The Southwest Michigan Blades, by the way, they're playing in their first ever Mitchell City championship game tonight. So we'll see how they play out, see if his nerves can die down a little bit. I know much of expectations is kind of being laid out here as if this is going to be a potential 4A state championship matchup that we'll see here later on this month.
I was just going to say, I'm kind of sitting here smiling. So this is the 5th matchup this year. These teams might not be done facing each other because, you and I have the state playdowns and the state finals. There's no reason why these teams couldn't play a 6th and a 7th time because, like we've noted, the number 1, number 2 team in the state, I fully expect these teams to kind of match up at some point again in those state playdowns.
Well, looking at what we have on the ice, we're near center stripe here at the rink number 1 here at the icebox. To the left of us will be the away team. That's the St. Joe Indians. They're in the St. Joe baby powder blue unis. And on to the right of us, the home team is the number 1 seed, the Southwest Michigan Blades. They're in the gray jerseys. They've got the green top on the shoulders there, green pants, black helmets. We're almost ready, partner. As we get ready, I believe we're going to have the national anthem debate before we get started here. At least that's what we were told, but maybe they spent too much time. I think they did. They spent too much time on the awards, which, hey, we're glad that they did. No national anthem. Breaking news here on 95.3 MNC.
Well, and Josh, what's one thing that could maybe be an advantage for St. Joe is they have the student section. This is a prep team. The Blades are made up of kids from all over Southwest Michigan. They may have some of their friends here, but they're not kind of in that traditional student body. And it's down here to our left. We can already kind of hear and see the St. Joe student section trying to bring the energy.
Face-offs tonight brought to you by Beefo Brady's. Good food, good sports. We're online at BeefoBrady's.com. We're stopping today at the corner of Bitter Street and StJoe21223 in Granger. First period tonight brought to you by Southland Orthopedics. Lucy Lehman, the number 75, Colt Edmond, center ice face-off in the 2023 Mitchell City Championship is underway here at the Icebox. This will slip into the blade zone, and Lehman will chase on Edmond. They'll come back to the near side corner. C.J. Brown down there, puck pops free on the near side face-off circle, picked up by Leiser. Leiser moving to the far side of his own zone. Slips it through the neutral zone ice and dumps into the St. Joe zone. A little bit of chase out of the far side corner. Now a little bit of attack. This one's being worked out by Lehman. Good job there. He slips it to his teammate Smith. Smith to Brown. Couldn't get it connected. Leiser just backhands one deeper into the St. Joe zone. Now behind the netminder of Hilgard. Smith has got it, trying to work out an option. He finds Lehman. Lehman on the near side corner. Dumps it back up to Wilcott. Wilcott top of the puck. Sends a ride. That one's gobbled up there by Yurgo. Right off the word goal. 14-18 here in the first period.
Nice coverage there by Anthony Trot in the high slot. We see the Blades. They like to get those pucks down below the goal line, thrown back in the slot. Good awareness there by Anthony Trot. Interesting, Josh, that puck got deep. One official signaled icing. The other one waved it off. So had the Blades capitalized on that, could have been a little bit of a controversial score there.
Beefo Brady face off in the St. Joe zone. Going to be won by the Blades, and Reisner will set it further into the far side corner. Looks like it was almost picked up by Hosinski. LeGros backhanded one. That was a centering pass to Hosinski. He's going to chase this one down. Walks across the blue line. Fires a shot. That was patted away by the netminder for the Blades. And the rebound slips underneath. He scores! Oh, wow. Indians. They score. And I'm not sure who's going to get that because it looks like it just trickled through off the rebound. Parker's kicking down.
Yeah, it's Parker, the first one in the line there. And Josh, we talked about how dangerous the Indians are off the rush. It was Kozinski that came barreling down, threw the puck up. It was high in the air, landed the feet there of Wilcutt, who couldn't seem to find it. Even when the referee signaled it was in the net, he was still looking for the puck. We have no idea where that puck got in or how it got in. But it looks like it's Parker that's going to be the goal scorer.
Parker's going to get the proactive goal. His first of the initial playoff season. It is fourth of the initial season. The center ice face-off, Buford Brady's won by Lehman. Lehman will try to dump it out of the neutral zone. He gets hung up here, the center ice. Evan Balin, he'll try to pull that out of the far side corner on the half board. It's Parker in his own zone. Roberson gets a little bit of a rebound. A good stop there by Owen Balin. We'll see this one dish out to the near side corner here, the Indian zone. Owen Balin, he backhands one. That's going to be picked up by his brother Evan Balin. Up to Place. Place, he tries to keep it alive on the half boards in the Indian zone. Kozinski out of the near side corner, works to the far side corner. He's got to move past Brown. Brown did a good job. CJ's got it out of the far side corner here in the Indian zone. Leister setting a shot. Then doesn't get through the traffic. A great job by Yergler. And on the glove side there, he covers that up with his pad.
Yeah, you got to love the effort there by Andy Yergler in the high slot, giving up his body, goes down, blocks that shot there. That puck got through to his brother at his feet there. But good job by StJoe to collapse on that frozen puck there. That puck and eventually get it frozen.
Westbrook will be doing work against number 77, Alex Gerard here. Near side face-off out in the Indian zone. It's going to be Eckridge. Eckridge coming away with it, but Westbrook, he cut that down, sends it to the far side corner. This time, it's going to be Troster. Sending it to the near side corner. Jacob Humps is there. Jacob Humps tries to set that one up for his teammate. That looked like that was Gerard, but cut down to neutral zone ice. Gerard gets it back. Cycles himself back into the Indian zone. Through the neutral zone ice for Humps. Humps walks it across the blue line, but he gets cut down, and his teammate comes. It's Gerard. Now Wilcutt chasing it down to the near side corner here in the Blade zone. Humps down there, doing work against Westbrook, and this will come up to the near side half boards in the Blade zone. Doing work is Eckridge. He just dumps it back in as that puck sits in the neutral zone ice. We'll go ahead and reset here off the glass. Hatton gets it. Hatton trying to work that one to Westbrook. Westbrook takes it near side of the offensive zone here in the Indian zone. Royster doing work. They have that, but Westbrook did a little bit better of a job there. And Kujawa comes in there, drives it loose. Mazzola has it on the stick, and he'll take a little bit of a ride here as it ties up. We'll see if they can shovel this one out. Finally, a Blaze number does. But Kujawa there, he was there to cut it down. Oh, Smith did a good job working out the boards there. He finds his way point blank. He couldn't get it down. That one hits the boards behind Yergler, and here come the Indians. Kujawa setting up Humps. Couldn't get it on take him, but he gets the rebound and works it across the blue line near side corner. He takes a ride there. Leisner had it. And here we go. Boyer, he's going to try to pull this one out of the far side corner for LeGros. And a great job there by Guyton. He cuts it down to neutral zone ice. Boyer's got to run a stick. Back in his own zone. Far side of it. Goes back. One of LeGros. Instead he found Balin. Smith picks up the rebound. Here in the attacking zone. Settling pass for LeGros. Doesn't get there. Out of the far side corner. Here comes the rebound. Leister trying to keep it alive. Boyer will chase. Toronto is chasing that one as well for the Indians. And here through neutral zone ice. It's going to be number 75, Edmund. Edmund closing it down in the near side corner. They'll have that one go off the skate to the far side, and chasing that one was Zielinski. Zielinski out of the far side corner here in the Blade zone. It's 1-0 score. StJoe on top of the Blades. This one's going to hop to the far side corner. Toronto there. Guyton, he gets a shot. Doesn't get through the traffic. Up into the protected netting. That's where that got skyrocketed to. 11:08 to go here in the first period. Indians on top of the Blades.
Yeah, back and forth they go, Josh. Right after the initial goal, we saw the Blades kind of have a surge down here to our left. That's really the first sustained offensive pressure for the Indians down here to our right as the faceoff stays down here in the offensive zone.
Lehman, Edmund doing work. Far side dot in the Blade zone. Indians going to win it. Toronto sends it back up to the top. Eckridge sends a shot from the blue line. That was patted away there by number 32, Wilcutt. We'll see this one get tied up far side corner here in the Blade zone. Being worked out by Zielinski. Eckridge, that one hops over the blade of Eckridge. Eckridge has to retreat back in the neutral zone ice on the grass from Roberson. They'll send that to the far side corner. And coming to get it was Eckridge. Eckridge fast on it. That's why he's wearing the captaincy. Look at him trying to will himself out there in the far side corner of the Blade zone. We'll see this one get tied up pretty well. Leister down there, Lehman as well as Roberson for the Indians, for the Blades. Edmund down there with Zelensky trying to get this out. And a good tie-up. No one's moving. Finally budges an inch. And it looks like it's going to hop onto the stick of Lehman. Correction, Roberson. Pirata cuts it down at the red line, and Lehman picks up the loose change. Watch it across the blue line, near side, and that one was dropped off by Yergler. A shot taken, near side half boards. Found the glove of Zach Yergler, 10:18 to go. Indians lead 1-0.
Yeah, Josh, Stephen Eckridge is the guy who touched on the top of the show there. Great job by him, just kind of getting that puck deep down here to our right, and then really just freezing that puck in kind of an odd sequence. It was frozen there for about 10 seconds, and all of a sudden Carter Lehman was able to spring through with a good opportunity there.
Oh, not good, partner. C.J. Brown was a little bit slow getting to the bench over there as the faceoff here is going to slip out to the neutral zone out of the Indian zone. Williams will chase this for the Blades, but Parker there, he sees that one go to Evan Balin. Far side corner. He comes back to the near side for Owen Balin. And that one's for Kozinski. A good tape-to-tape pass. Watching across the blue line, and he was under duress in the World Cup. Great job dislodging that one loose. Parker takes that one to the near side corner, but under duress, it's going to be, here comes Yergler. Andy Yergler had a shot at it. The loose change picked up by the Blades. It's Mazzola. Mazzola, near side, attacking zone. Loose change picked up by Owen Balin. This latch here to the neutral zone, and he slips that one to the Blade zone. Chasing it is Owen Balin to the near side corner. He slips that one to Andy Yergler. Andy Yergler, tip in, he scores! And I think that's going to be Andy Yergler getting the goal there. 9:36 to go for his second initial playoff goal of the season.
Yeah, Josh, all that starts to go on the back end by Owen Balin, just carrying that puck out. We talked about at the top of the show how dangerous St. Joe was on the rush. Balin gets it into the near side corner, throws it out in front to Yergler in the high slot. Looked like he tipped it over to a teammate who banged it home, but Yergler was the first through. Either way, does not matter really right now. 2-0 St. Joe.
Well, the Blades here will take that face-off out of the center of the ice and go to the Indian zone. And wraps to the far side corner. LeGros down there. A good job by Zelensky cutting it down here. Send the puck loose into the slot. Edmund did a good job, but here comes Smith. Smith's got it in the slot. He's under duress, and Edmund did a good job of putting him under pressure. He'll send the loose puck to the far side corner. Picking that one up is number 73, Troster. Troster sets up Tirada. Tirada watching across the blue line near side, and that one was Wilka coming out of his crease there and patted that one away, and then he thought better of it, throws it up, and with 9:05 to go, the Indians, they lead by 2 here in the first period of the Mission City Championship.
Yeah, so Josh, Friday night, these teams played to a 1-0 battle. It's already 2-0, but when we did a game at the Compton, we saw a game kind of like this where St. Joe got off to a blazing start. In fact, it was 3-0 after the first period.
It was looking bleak.
And then the Blades came storming all the way back. So let's see if we have another recap of that game.
Here comes a good face-off win for the Blades out of their own zone. Wrapping around to Roberson, just in front of his bench. I don't think he realized he had the puck there. Here comes an opportunity for Troster. Troster got that one pit-pocketed. Lehman's got it on sit for Hozinski. Returns the favor at the red line. He sets up Gerard. Gerard watching across the blue line, and that one's going to be offsides. 8:48 to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Troster just ahead of the play there, but Hozinski is just a big body out there on the ice. And boy, right now, whether it's Balin to him or he's finding his teammates there, Hozinski, they're just tape-to-tape execution right now for St. Joe. Really impressive in the neutral zone.
P430, neutral zone face-off. Hozinski, Lehman, and Hozinski's going to win it. Guyton will backhand that one from the red stripe all the way to the far side corner in the Blade zone. We'll see Reisner. Oh, here comes a good opportunity. We're working out of the zone as the Blades. Here comes an opportunity at the blue line. Places got that one, sipped off the stick as Jacob Hums. Jacob Hums wrapping around the horn from the near side to the far side in his own zone. Guyton had it. Oh, good job by Roberson, and a backhand of the setup pass. Nobody home to get that one. Back to the neutral zone ice. It slips all the way into the Blade zone for an icing. 8:19 to go.
So, Josh, the broadcasts that we've always highlighted the speed up and down the Blades roster. C.J. Brown had a bit of an angle there, but Hozinski was able to chase him down on the back end. That's kind of what we talked about a little bit, is some of that kind of gap closure or back checking by the forwards. As I know you're looking down here to our left, it looks like we have a St. Joe player down the ice, and we do have an official, I think, that put his hand up in the air, but now he's going to go to the penalty box here out, confer with his partner.
But I think that's Hums, a little bit slow to get up over there on the near side, just in front of the near side half boards in the Indian zone. 8:19 to go. So the coaching staff's on the ice. They're going to go ahead and take a look at them. We'll take a quick 30-second timeout. You listen to High School Hockey on 95.3 MNC.
Everybody's talking about regenerative medicine right now.
Just get out of there.
Yeah, shoot. Text your buddy and ask him who scored that second goal. I don't think that was your goal, but he went through the line
There's
first.
people talking about QC Kinetics, as I discovered for myself why they're the nation's leader in this exciting treatment. They use highly concentrated healing agents from your own body to restore and repair damaged joint tissue. If you have
My bad. We might come back a little late out of this, but we'll see.
Call QC
It's okay because the kids sit out on the ice, so
surgery are your only option.
if you push it to 60 seconds, it'll be okay.
Regenerative medicine can get you moving again.
So it looks like StJoe Brown is going to collect the penalty.
Take pain meds and discover this remarkable alternative that pro athletes have been using for years. Don't put this off on your own. Spring is coming. Like me, you want to enjoy all life has to offer. So call QC Kinetics and get a free consultation with local medical professionals. 5747-NO-PAIN. That's 5747-NO-PAIN. QC Kinetics in Mishawaka. 5747-NO-PAIN.
You're listening to High School Hockey Night on 95.3 NNC.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. First period of action here in the Mission City Championship. That's a 2-0 score. The StJoe Indians on top of the Blades here. First period. Reducing Jacob Hums make his way off of the ice into the bench, unassisted by his own power there. So that's a piece of good news.
Yeah, you love to see that because he wasn't favoring any part of his lower body. Didn't seem to have any issues with his upper extremities either.
Well, and as a reward for that, or as a result of that, we're going to see a power play opportunity coming up for the StJoe Indians. C.J. Brown will be serving a 2-minute penalty in the box here. And this is a neutral zone face-off here, won by Eckridge. He'll send it to Gerard, far side of the ice in front of the Blades bench. And now one gets poked away by LeGros. Eckridge trying to set up Owen Balin. Owen Balin in the slot. He gets disrupted. LeGros, he'll send it back all the way to the near shot corner. Smith, he's got it in the Indian zone. 8 minutes to go, 140 on the power play. Indians trying to work out their own zone. Here comes number 75. It's Colton Edmond. Edmond putting on the stick of Owen Balin. Owen Balin to Gerard. Gerard far side of the ice, and here comes a setup pass for Owen Balin in the slot. Couldn't get there. Smith has got it out of his own zone. Now through the neutral zone ice. Center in the slot. Oh, he scores! Wow! Good effort by George Smith coming out of his own zone. Short-handed, just inside the blue line. A great job by Alex Gerard getting back on the back check. In fact, he went to slap that puck, and Gerard kind of slowed down his stick, and I think it threw off the timing there of Gergo as that puck was kind of scooped through his pads there. So the Blades showing why they're the champions. George Smith, no stranger to our first start of the night. This is his third initial playoff goal here. 7:40 to go. Center ice faceoff, won by the Indians. Blades have now cut the Indians' lead down to 1. 2-1 score here. 7:30 to go. First period. Here comes a loose puck here in neutral zone, picked up by Lehman. Lehman had it for a moment, poked away. A good job there by Colton Edmond. Edmond's got it in the stick. Watch it across the blue line near side. He's in the Blade zone. Out of the near side corner, wrapping himself around to the far side and sent it to Eckridge. Eckridge passes to Hozinski, top of the point. He sends it on the ride, and that one misses the mark. Traffic down in front. Redirected that one. Wilcock gets it. He'll send up to the boards in front of the Blades bench. Eckridge has it, working his way to the far side corner. This one pops off, and Hozinski's got it on tape for Eckridge. Eckridge sends a shot. That one bounces around up front. Oh, here comes the opportunity for Gerard. Gerard's got the loose change. And here comes to the near side corner, and it's going to be Colton Edmond. Edmond working his way out the near side half boards. Hozinski's got the loose change. Trying to work his way back to the net. Couldn't do it. They'll try again. So they play him Blades. Cycling himself back to the top, and Lehman's going to tap this one up, and here comes the whistle. 6:41 to go in the first period. Yeah, interference is the call.
Right now, Hozinski everywhere on the ice, down low, keeping pucks in. And Josh, StJoe doing a great job getting traffic in front of Wilcutt on this power play. He's had a hard time just tracking that puck, and even when it's got through, rebound control has been an issue early on for him.
I feel like that's something that's got to get. That's got to. If the Blades have want to will themselves into this, they've got to get that figured out right now. 6:40 to go here in the first period.
So now it's going to be a big opportunity. StJoe is going to have a 5-on-3 for the next 22 seconds.
Here we are, far side face-off back. Power players tonight. Brought to you by Sweeney Jewelry and Personal Injury Trial Attorneys. Serious Warriors for serious injuries. Visit theverdict.com for more information. Parada, LeGros, far side face-off back. Goes back up to the top for Evan Balin. Back down to the far side corner for Zielinski. Zielinski working it back to the far side. And here comes Zielinski out of the far side corner. Bounced off of the skate of the blade, and fortunate enough there, Chase Wilcott just throws that one up.
Well, and Josh, as you look down here to the right, it's nice to see Jacob Hums back out on the ice, so he seems to be okay. But that's a key win made by Toronto to get that puck off the draw very cleanly onto the stick of Evan Balin, and to set up that opportunity. So 9 seconds left here, and they're going back to the senior Hozinski on this draw.
Hozinski, and it looks like Smith far side out here in the blade zone. 5-on-3. Here comes Edmund. Edmund strips as he tries to throw that one at the net and still managed to be on target. Edmund gets the rebound here. Gerard got her to Eckridge. Eckridge off the half boards, far side to the top of the point for Hozinski. As for Edmund. Edmund wraps it around the horn to Gerard. He's behind the netminder there. That's Chase Wilcott. And Lyser did a good job of clearing that one out.
Early on, we're seeing St. Joe really dominant in these face-off wins, putting a lot of pressure on the blades.
Here comes Smith. Did you see the speed that he chased down Hozinski with? Working the way out of the old zone. Here comes Eckridge. Eckridge with a blue line, and he's into the attack. Oh, he fires a shot. That was gobbled up there by Chase Wilcott. 5:50 to go here in the first period, and we've got some good hand-to-hand hockey.
That's pretty good by Eckridge. I think Boyer was going to play the body. Eckridge just kind of tucked that puck back into his body and fired a wrist shot. Nice save by Whedon. First time we've seen him with rebound control on that as well.
Yes. Check one. Here we go. Hozinski laying the near side face-out down in the blade zone. 109 to go in the power play for the Indians. This one slips through the zone all the way back down to the Indian zone. And we'll see Penny chase this out of the far side to the far side corner with Eckridge. Eckridge has got it on the stick. Here's that one across the blue line, his own blue line, and through the neutral zone. We'll see Gerard dump this to the far side corner. We're in the blade zone. Leister's got it. He'll clear out the zone all the way back to the Indians' far side corner. 45 seconds remaining on the St. Joe power play.
And you see, Josh, what a big difference it means for these blades when they can win these face-offs and kind of release some of that pressure right away.
Edmund coming behind here to get the puck in. He'll take that out of his own zone, weaving his way through the neutral zone ice. Hozinski will take it the rest of the way. He walks it across the blue line near side. In the slot. That one got elevated. Zielinski picks it up on the far side corner. Backhands an opportunity. That's corralled there by Evan Balin. Evan Balin throws a shot. Top of the point. Rebound near side corner. Corrected by Closter. This will hop back out. Evan Balin. He's got it. Walks his way back into his own zone and sends that one through to Zielinski. Zielinski from in front of the Blades bench dumps it to the far side corner here, the Blades zone, and we'll see Penny chase this one down out of the near side. Oh, here comes a loose rebound for Terrata. Terrata trying to take Boyer to the far side corner. Even strength for both teams now. Here comes an opportunity for LeGros. LeGros taken out of the Indian zone. He'll take it in front of the bench. Loose change situation in front of the half boards there. This one will hop out. Troyster's got it. Hozinski trying to work it out as well, but we'll go down there. Here comes Troy. Here comes an opportunity for Terrata. Terrata working his way across the red line. He throws that one, but couldn't get it past another member of the Blades. And a whistle coming up. Roberson down on the ice, and we'll see what this one's all about.
So it's just going to be an offside there play, but Josh, very physical early on. One of the things I think if you're Coach Cleva and Letty is you got to tell you guys, listen, don't be afraid of the physical game. However, you've got to be mindful of trying to play the body in open ice. We saw the Blades whiff on 2 open ice opportunities on the penalty kill, and it's swung a 3-on-2 for St. Joe. So both these teams have to be very disciplined with the physical play in open ice.
Well, neutral zone face-off going to be won by the Indians. Guyton with a backhand one through the neutral zone. It's cut down by Wilcott. Wilcott throws back to Weissner. Here comes it through the neutral zone. Smith, he tapped the one home. Guyton pursuing. He goes behind Yogo. Sends it to Terrata. Terrata will see Jacob Hums chase this one down in the neutral zone, and a good job by Wilcott to dislodge that off of Hums's stick there as a tie-up commences in the near side corner. Edmund down there. We'll see George Smith walk away with it. Backhands one through the legs of Jacob Hums, and we'll take that to the far side corner here in the Blade zone. Flying an option. It's at the red line for LeGros. LeGros couldn't hang on to a Terrata loose chain situation. Dump out for Hums. Evan Balin. Evan Balin walks it across the blue line, and that one, there's Wilcott there coming out of his crease and patting that one away with his blocker into the protected netting with 3:25 to go in the first period.
Yeah, so Josh, I'm just going to come back to that last point. These teams still have too much speed to try to play the body in open ice, and we're seeing kind of like as the physical aggression and the physicality picks up, these teams may be becoming a little undisciplined, creating some of these offensive opportunities.
Hozinski will wait for Raymond here on the near side faceoff down the Blade zone. First period, 2-1 score. Indians on top of the Blades. Blades. Eckridge gets the face-off win, and that one's blocked away to the near side corner. Bases down there. Will work against Andy Yerger. Comes back to the half boards where it's going to be worked out. Blades, Lehman, he's got it on his stick. Across the red line into the attacking zone, but we'll see if he can get on tape for Roberson. Couldn't do it. On the half boards near side, it works his way to the near side corner. Loose puck, Troyster's got it. Troyster sends it to the far side corner. Parker down there on the half boards, and loose change. Hozinski taken down to the ice, and here comes Mazzola setting up Roberson. Roberson watching across the blue line in front of the Indians bench, and still being worked on the half boards there. Puck slips back through from the near side, and this time it's being played further along by Place. Place in the attacking zone. We'll see if they can set it down. Eckridge will try to clear it out. He does. Puck is loose to the neutral zone ice, and it's Place in his own zone. Far side, he hooks up with Weiss there in front of the Blades bench. Now for Mazzola. Mazzola at the red line. He wanted Lehman, and Lehman just tapped it across into the Indian zone. 2:30 to go. Hozinski.
St. Joe dodged a bit of both there. Andy Yerger had his stick broken, but was able to recover.
Here comes a moment for Westbrook. Westbrook dumps into the Indian zone. This one's being chased by Eckridge out of the near side corner. They'll send it back all the way on the ride with the blade zone, and Rick Bell will chase this out of the near side corner. Send it on the ride around the horn. Westbrook trying to pick it up, but it comes back to the far side corner. Westbrook down there. He'll send it to Hatton. Here comes Hatton. A cross ice pass. Going to hook up. Warner Williams. Loose change going to be picked up in the Indian zone by Evan Balin. He retreats behind Ridley. Makes a move on a Blades member. Sends out one to Zielinski. Cut down by Wilka. Wilka from the center right. Delivers a laser to shot, and that was patted out of the air.
Yeah, my goodness. In fact, I think it was offside. He whistled down for offsides because his teammate tagged him clear, but he fired that on net, and Wheeler had just to punch that one up to the roof there with his blocker. So we come all the way back out here to center ice for the faceoff. Don't see that too often, but it is, like you mentioned, a little bit of a smaller rink, so some of those opportunities may present themselves.
1:50 to go here in the first period. Beefle Brady face-off at center ice between Penny and Colton Edmond. Indians lead the Blades 2-1 here in the Mission City Championship game. Blades are going to win that one, and the neutrals on ice, but it's going to be cut down by Owen Balin with a quick scrum happening there. Penny loses the puck. Zielinski had it, but Smith gets it right back. And the neutrals on ice. He comes back to the near side and sends that one off the board. It's Evan Balin. He's got it on his stick. That was poked away though for a moment by Smith. Loose change at the center ice. LeGros will chase it in front of the Indians bench. Oh, and here comes a hit from Owen Balin. My goodness. 1:25 to go. No penalty called here out of the near side corner. We'll see some action on the half boards. Salvatore tried to come and settle that one down, but moving it through was Colton Edmond. Edmond will take 4 Blades members into the near side corner. Smith coming away with it. Smith backhands the pass to Lehman. Lehman tried to work his way off the near side boards and fell across the ice to the far side. Loose change being bumped through by Wilcock out of the near side corner. We'll see Eckridge come. 58 seconds here in the first period of play. Across the red line. He walks it across the blue line, loses the puck, but he's going to chase down his own rebound. Backhands that one in front of the Blades bench in the far side corner. Loose change pops up to the near side corner here in the Blades zone. Here comes Gerard. Gerard doing work against Boyer. Puck pops through, and this one's going to be corralled by the Blades. And a good job with Troyster here. He walks across the blue line, keeps it alive, and sends it deeper into the Blades zone. We'll see Gerard lose that battle, and the Blades are going to come away with it. It's Lehman working his way out of his own zone. Sends it off the skates of Tirada. And a tie up here in the neutral zone. We'll see Tirada come away with it on the stick. Oh, he sends a ride, and that one doesn't get there. Rebound collected at the top of the blue line near side. Puck pops through here into the Blades zone. Smith has got it. We'll see if he can work it out. He does. Ozinski comes in and cuts it down. Roberson had a shot at it. And Smith finally trying to work it out. Comes back into the Blades zone. 5 seconds remaining here. Boy out of the far side corner. He'll send it to the top of the point. Ozinski had a shot. Doesn't get to Smith. And that's how we close out the first period of play. 2-1 score. The St. Joe Indians on top of the Southwest Michigan Blades. You're listening to high school hockey on 95.3 MNC. The cold is here, and so is that in your boat.
Man, this game is not for the faint of heart.
It's high school hockey nights. Absolutely. Here to tell you about proactive help and help in the moment I walked in the doors. Dr. Doug already started finding solutions to problems I didn't even know I had. He took one look at me and noticed my shoulders and posture were off. Using the flexion distraction, Dr. Doug gently stretched my lumbar spine to create space between the vertebrae, allowing for an easier adjustment. Proactive help was easy for me, and it can be easy for you. Find out how.
We call these games
Let's go.
all freaking day.
Yes.
This is High School Hockey Night on 95.3 NNC.
Welcome back inside the broadcast booth. We ended the first period with a 2-1 score. The St. Joe Indians on top of the Southwest Michigan Blades. You listen to the 2023 Mission City Championship here on 95.3 MNC. Josh Williams alongside Mike Gallo. And we've had a flurry of action here in the first period of play. 2 goals scored by the St. Joe Indians. Andy Yeager on the second goal for the Indians. And then Preston Parker on the first goal to give the Indians a 2-0 score there. But then that was cut down. George Smith, 7:41 in the first period. He got the Blades on the board for the first time tonight. And we got a 1-goal game as we get ready to start the second period. Brought to you by Southland Orthopedics. Proudly serving the community and celebrating 75 years. That's Southland Orthopedics.
Yeah, Josh, and this game has not been for the faint of heart early on. It's been very physical. Like I said, I thought some of these teams were maybe trying to take too many chances in the open ice with the physicality. But if you're going to carry the puck on the board, you better have your head up. As we saw Phelan lay out with Grow late in that first period. Good to see the Grow back out in the ice.
Face-off won by the Indians as we get ready to start the second period. Into the Blade zone. This one slips back out in the neutral zone ice. We'll see Troyes just send that one deep into the Blade zone, and he wanted to cover up for a moment. That was good cut. We'll send that one further along, and an opportunity taken, and point blank from the top of the point. A real direct situation for Andy Yeager down in front. Fortunate enough, Chase Wilcutt, he saw that one all the way through and covered it up.
Yeah, Wilcutt wanted to freeze that. Then we saw his teammate, Penny right there. He decided to kind of just unfreeze it, and then the Blades couldn't exit. Nice job there by Eckert, just kind of firing that puck through traffic. So far, St. Joe doing a great job of getting bodies in front of Wilcutt.
Blade zone to the left, the Indian zone to the right of us. This one's going to be a far side face-off win here in the Blade zone. First will try to keep it alive, but he could just tap it from the neutral zone around the horn. Being collected by the Blades. Wilcutt's got it behind his brother Chase Wilcutt. Here comes a center ice pass for Smith. He could have settled that one down, but it comes all the way to the stick of Zach Yeager there, and he freezes that one up. 14:20 to go here in the second period.
So interesting play here by the Blades. Really couldn't get out of their own zone. They just fired the puck down the ice. I think, not sure if it was Penny there. It was kind of coming through the neutral zone. He missed the opportunity, but it came all the way down the Yeager where to freeze the puck. So essentially the Blades just kind of exchange a difficult outlet behind their own net for an offensive zone face-off.
Before Brady face-off coming here in the St. Joe Indian zone. 14:20 to go. We'll see Edmund do work against Raymond. Owen Balin, he corrals out in the near side corner. We'll see this time it's Zawinski setting up Edmund. Edmund in the neutral zone ice. He throws a shot, and now it was Chase Wilcutt waiting for that one to glove it up on the glove side there. 14:10 to go in the second period.
So Josh, we had that frenetic first pace. This second period has just a much different start and feel to it. And it's kind of like the teams are maybe settling into this game now.
We'll see Edmund Lehman near side face-off down the Blade zone. This one's going to come all the way to the near side corner. And Wilson will throw it to the Roberson. Roberson takes it across the far side of the ice in the neutral zone. Owen Balin, he cuts it down, and they'll take a ride into the near far side corner of the Indian zone. Warrior, top of the point, sends a ride, and that one was gobbled up there by Yeager. 13:55 to go in the second period.
So one thing too, Josh, it's a little bit warmer outside. Noticeably not as cold in here today. A lot of bodies in here. We're already seeing early in the second period, the ice doesn't seem to be quite as crisp. So we saw St. Joe dodge a bullet there on a take-the-pace pass at their own blue line. Where it looked like it was going to be Lehman off to the races. So these teams are going to be really kind of hard and firm on their passes.
Kozinski will do work against Lehman, far side dot here in the Indian zone. Balin, we'll see that one hop to the near side corner. Boyer chasing. Parker was down here, but Evan Balin, he set that one up for Kozinski. Kozinski has an open opportunity here, but Wilcutt comes out of his crease, and he just lays down on all fours and covers that one up before danger could happen.
Yeah, those Blades were really lucky there. That puck just kind of trickled it on the Wilcutt before Kozinski could corral that. But gosh, you got to love just the effort by the senior right now for St. Joe. He's been a problem in the face-off circle as well. So down here to our left, there's going to be an offensive zone face-off, and Kozinski has been money on these so far tonight.
13:41 here in the second period. Kozinski, Penny, momentarily will be doing work here near side face-off dot. Kozinski's going to see that one hop up to the stick of Owen Balin. Owen Balin gets taken into the neutral zone ice for a loose change situation. He gets taken out of the ice. Puck comes all the way back into the Blade zone. Wilcutt will chase that down out of the far side corner. Loose change for Penny. or Salvatore rather, but I think we'll just see Wilcutt just come out of his crease, freeze that one up, and we'll go ahead and have our icing.
Yeah, you can hear the crowd. There was Balin and another Blades player that got tangled up there at the blue line, and Balin couldn't get out of the offensive zone, and then once he got to his feet, he shoved the Blades player down. Not sure who that was, but the physicality in this game is just picking up with two officials, so you got to be disciplined and not take a penalty behind the play.
Now this one's hop up to Eckridge. Eckridge took a shot from the top of the point in front of the Indians bench, and that one doesn't get through. This is Zawinski. Roll that one back up. Groster comes up here, and we'll see that one hop over his stick. Back in the neutral zone ice. It comes into the Blades zone, and Wilcutt will chase that out of the near side corner. Bumps and breaks behind his brother. Wilcutt will send that to the neutral zone ice, and the Grow has to chase, but not before the whistle could be called for icing. 13:02 to go here in the second period.
Well, that's a great play in the NHL, partner, because the Grow is behind the defense, but in hockey and college, you got to corral the puck before it crosses the end red line there. So it's going to come all the way back down into our left. And it looks like Hozinski's off the ice. So Josh, I think he's won every face-off, but we've also seen Edmund and Sherrod do a nice job. It's going to be Edmund down here to our left for StJoe in the face-off circle.
Well, it looks like Zawinski, Torada, and Troster out here for the Indians. 13:02 here in the second period. Far side face-off out in the Blade zone. We're still waiting for the puck drop here, and finally, we do. Blades are going to win that one. They'll send it to the near side half boards with Smith. Smith works it to the neutral zone ice. The cut back down was Eckridge. Eckridge will see that one get tied up here on the blue line. Zawinski has to pop out. Torada had it. Looking for Zawinski, and Zawinski backhands one that goes to the near side corner. Leicester down there. A good move by Torada to dislodge the progress there that the Blades were trying to set up. Groster, he sends that from the top of the point, near side, and there comes an opportunity. Point blank. He couldn't get it home. Rebound goes to the far side corner. The Grove's got it on the stick. The Toronto was trying to say something else about it. Jacob Hunt comes in there. He dislodges the progress for the Blades. Here comes the puck back in the neutral zone ice. Oh, an opportunity. Groster had it on the stick. Tried to clear it out, and Panic has a shot in the Indian zone. Near side faceoff. Now rebound being collected. Leicester here, top of the point. He backhands one and sends it further along into the Indian zone. Near side, it hops off the boards. Eckridge is chasing to the far side corner. He's got it on his stick. Oh, and he takes a ride to the ice. Ouch.
Yeah, the hands up, and now it's good. It looks like it's going to be,
I think it's Penny
going off, and the question is this going to be 2 minutes or 5 minutes? I'm not sure if it's going for the cross check or the board, but definitely got to stick up high. I think that was Eckridge to win the board. It's good to see him back on his feet.
Yeah, he hopped up pretty quickly, too, so good to see the young man up. Because that looked pretty devastating.
Yes.
12:01 to go. Penny is the guilty party for the Blades. He'll collect a 2-minute penalty.
And so they put 2 minutes on the board there. Well, the elbowing. Yeah, I was just going to say, the penalty box is on the other side of the rink, so sometimes we don't always get to see the signals there.
So, 2-minute penalty begins. Indians will be on the power play. Brought to you by Sweeney, Julian, personal injury trial attorneys. We'll see Hozinski back out on the ice. Far side dot here in the Blades zone. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. 2-1 score. Indians on top of the Blades. Eckridge in the neutral zone ice goes back across for Owen Balin. His change situation. Owen Balin just takes Layman down to the ground. My goodness. Hozinski from his own zone sets up Eckridge. Eckridge redirects himself across the blue line. Near side corner he goes. Oh, and I'm not sure how he was able to get that off of his blade, but he was. Wilcutt's got it through the neutral zone ice, and here comes Smith. Smith tried to send that one up. Oh, and he couldn't get it there in time. Yurgler came out of his crease and sent that one to the near side half boards. Now through the neutral zone ice. We'll see Boyer retreat back into his own zone. 1:25 to go to run the power play for the Indians. And set down was Layman. We're going to get a high sticking call with 11:23 to go. So back down to the Blades zone will come. 1:22 on the power play for the Indians.
Josh, what I love about the StJoe team is just the players are so interchangeable. We saw Eckridge from the back line lead that offensive charge through out in front. Create an opportunity there for the Blades, but it was Hozinski, the center, who was able to get back and disrupt that opportunity there for the Blades. So you just see really good responsible hockey right now by the senior Hozinski.
Hozinski out here. Near side face-off out of the Blades zone. Layman's got it. He'll send it to the nearest far side corner. Edmonds is going to track it down far side of the neutral zone ice and sets that one up for Owen Balin. Owen Balin dumps it, and look at him chase that down out of the far side corner. Wilcutt's doing work against Balin. Wilcutt has it, bangs it off the glass, slips through the neutral zone ice, and all the way back down to the Indian zone.
That's the thing about this StJoe team, whether it's Eckridge or Balin, it's not uncommon for a defenseman to lead the charge in the offensive zone.
Now here it comes to the neutral zone ice. Gerard's got it. He dumps back for Edmund. Edmund in the slot. He puts it back to Owen Balin, and Owen Balin pops it up. on the stick side of Wilcott, and that goes into the protective netting. We're going to face off here.
Nifty stick work there, though, by Alex Shamar to get that puck over the right side by Balin. He tried to reach over Wilcott, who went down and just went a little too high.
Oh, great job there. 48 seconds on the power play. Coming up here, neutral zone ice. That's where we'll see the Lethal Brady face-off here.
And Josh, even though we called that 6-5 game between these two teams, we did not see St. Joe get consistent offensive opportunities and pressure like we are today. They're really dictating the play here in the second period.
Well, Jacob Holmes taking the face-off there for the Indians, and that one will slip all the way back down to the Indian zone. Courtesy of the Blades. 40 seconds on the power play. Poster comes out. He tees that one up, and here comes Jacob Holmes. Head full of steam out of his own zone. He can reach his own ice, far side of it. He'll dump it across the blue line and chase to the far side corner. But in pursuit, there's number 29. That's Golden Place. They'll come all the way back down to the Indian zone. We'll see this one trying to be worked out by number 73. That's Stroster. Here's Tirada, near side half boards, works his way out of that near side corner of his own zone. Now to the far side of the ice. LeGros in pursuit. He'll sit to the neutral zone ice and see if he can walk it across the blue line. He does. He fires a shot. That rebound goes up to the near side corner. Zielinski grabs it at the top of the point in the break zone. And this one's trying to be worked out of the near side half boards in the break zone. A good shoveling opportunity between Leister, LeGros, Troster is down there as well. Zielinski and Tirada doing his best to really actually impress in a shoveling act.
And nice job to kill off the rest of that penalty there. Now the Blades got 5-on-5 by freezing that puck on the boards here for about 12-15 seconds.
Well, C.J. Brown will try to track that one down, but a loose change here. Tirada's got it top of the point. And he slips back into the neutral zone ice. Evan Balin there. He'll give it a ride that gets cut down by, I believe that was number 29 there, Colton Place. LeGros has it. On the attack, he fires a shot near side half boards. And that was gobbled up there by Zach Yerger with 9:23 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, and Yerger was going to make that save 99 times out of 100. But nice job by the Blades now as they get the offensive zone opportunity. They get fresh bodies out there. Good kill for them. But they've kind of been back on their heels, Josh, with 9:23 to go. Let's see if they can maybe generate some offensive zone opportunities for themselves.
Now here comes an opportunity for the Blades in the Indian zone. Owen Balin will chase that out of the near side corner. Hosinski's got it on a stick. A couple of players went down to the ice between the Indians and Blades. But here comes Hosinski, far side of the attacking zone. He's trying to work his way back to Wilcott. Couldn't do it. He hopped that one to the near side corner, and he'll dump back from the top of the point near side. And we'll see the Owen Balin off the near side half boards. That one slips through. Hit Parker, point blank. That was paddled away by Wilcott. A good save. As this one sticks back to the neutral zone ice. Guyton will chase this one down, but Williams for the Blades. He comes in there, disrupts that one, and he's got it. Hosinski will chase to the far side corner. Off the half boards for Yerger. Andy Yerger. He walks across the blue line back into his own zone, and they're trying to reset. Boyer. He settles it down in the Blade zone. Goes back to neutral zone ice to fill up Robeson rather. Robeson takes a shot. He wanted stick side there. Just goes too tall off the glass. Puck still loose here. Now corralled by Hosinski. Hosinski's got it through the neutral zone ice. Makes his way into the Blade zone. Cut down by Robeson. Robeson going back the other way, moving left to right. Laidman, far side of the ice. He wanted to center that one up, but couldn't get it there. 8:15 to go here in the second period, and we got some extracurricular activities. As I believe Robeson went down to the ice here near side. No penalties being called.
Well, Josh, what's awesome here is it's the environment, the atmosphere is so good. We couldn't hear the whistle on an offside play there.
8:15 to go here in the second period. 2-1 score. The Indians on top of the Blades. Mission City Championship.
And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, just a lot of snow on this ice here in the second period. We're seeing that maybe the best outlet is just carrying the puck out because sometimes we see some bouncing pucks here, so you really got to be strong on your stick.
Neutral zone face-off going to be won by the Blades. They'll send it into the Indian zone and collect a whistle here. 8:12 to go in the second period. This one's going to come back out to neutral zone ice. Near side face-off dot. Will we do it again? And we'll see this time. Gerard and I believe LeGros will do work here. We'll see this one. Here one. Oh, they actually tied up here in the neutral zone ice. A good job by number 22. That was Salvatore. Banging it home. Oh, and an inside opportunity in the slot. Couldn't get it down. And this one will hop through to the neutral zone ice far side of it. We'll see. I believe that's Wilcott chasing that down on the far side corner, setting up a little bit of loose change for Salvatore. Back to the near side, neutral zone ice. This time it was Penny. Penny setting up LeGros. LeGros in the slot. Oh, he fires out off the shoulder pads of Zach Riegler. Rebound collected by Eckridge, and Eckridge out of his own zone as that gets stolen in neutral zone ice by LeGros. LeGros couldn't get through the legs. Sure. And that one finally cleared out of the Indian zone. Back down to the blade zone is where Salvatore will hold the chase by
Choister, and Eckridge is just kind of pinch off that gap there on the Grow.
Oh, and here comes Alsmeyer tying that one up to send the puck back into the blade zone, and Wilcup will chase out of the far side corner. 7-17. Good tie-up happening just behind Wilcup on the 6th side. And puck loose, far side corner. I believe this is Lehman settling things down. Correction, Smith. Smith now into neutral zone ice. There's an Indian player back in the blade zone. And Smith, he had an opportunity to knock off this place there by, I believe that was Eckridge. But we're looking at Zielinski back here in the blade zone. He was down on the ice for a while and really took a long time to get himself up and back to the Indians bench.
Yeah, and he takes his seat over there. I was kind of curious if it was just maybe like a skate issue, but he's kind of hunched over there in some sort of distress.
Well, like I said, he was laid out near side face-off circle here in the blade zone. He was completely laid out. It took a little bit of time. I was wondering if the officials were going to blow it, but again, StJoe never got the possession, right? And I think that's what you need in order to make sure you get that whistle.
Correct, yeah.
6:57 to go here in the second period. StJoe Indians face-off, far side dot. This one's going to be won by the Rage, and Place will send that further along to LeGros, but Owen Balin there to disrupt that. Out of the far side corner of the Indian zone. Owen Balin doing a nice job dislodging the puck. But Penny will send it to Balin. Evan Balin, he crosses the ice and loose change. Here comes Smith. Smith a setup pass. He fires! Oh! And the net got knocked off its moorings. No whistle yet. Smith has got it on the far side corner half board, still on his tape. Oh! And the settling pass doesn't get home. Loose change, half boards. Leister has to fight this one in the neutral zone ice. And there's an assist by the official. Gerard goes to the ice and he breaks his stick. This one's still loose in the neutral zone ice. It dumps back into the Indian zone, and Kozinski finally comes down and settles down both of these two teams. They throw it back across for Owen Balin. He gets it right back to Kozinski. Kozinski throws that one to Yergler at the red stripe and to the neutral zone ice near side. Has that one stolen away, but Kozinski stole it right back. Kozinski walks it across the blue line, near side of the blade zone. Oh, and back door was Gerard. Couldn't get it on tape. Loose change. We see Evan Balin take a member of the Blades down to the ice out of the far side corner. 5:50 to go. Still trying to be worked out. A good job by Evan Balin to get that one down. He's trying to settle that one up. And still loose puck as Williams wraps around the horn. And a good job by Owen Balin keeping the line top of the point near side. Puck goes to the near side corner in the Blade zone. Owen Balin on the half boards trying to work it out. Comes back out to neutral zone ice near side. And Jacob Holmes will throw it across to Eckridge. Eckridge tried to walk it across the blue line, but Williams had something to say about that for the Blades. And Leister tried to turn around and we'll send it all the way back down to the Blade zone for an icing with 5:22 to go in the second period.
Josh, a great opportunity there. Hozinski, he's got my vote for star of the game right now. He was just everywhere. Had that great saucer pass. Just couldn't quite connect there with Gerard, who had been able to bang that home on the left side there of Wilcup. Just another opportunity here for StJoe as we really, like I said, really kind of see them carry the play here in the second period.
5:22 to go here in the second period. Far side face-off now. Westbrook versus Colton Edmond. Here in the Blade zone. Indians win the face-off. That shot by Eckridge doesn't get through. A second opportunity by Coaster doesn't get through either. Off the boards behind Wilcup. And the rebound collected by Boyer. Boyer behind his own netminder comes back to the nearest far side boards, and Weissner throws that through Williams. Williams across the blue line onto the attack. Goes to the near side corner here in the Indian zone. 5 minutes to go. We'll see this one hop off. Jacob Helms comes in and sends it to the far side. Weissner, though, he's got it. Tristan Pirata tried to dislodge that one, and Missoula Corrals at the top of the point blue line and in front of his own bench. Sends a wrist shot that was gobbled up by Zach Riegler. 4:48 to go here in the second period.
Nice job by Riegler to corral that one. Wasn't a hard shot there, but lots of traffic in front. So that's the first time we really kind of see the Blades get that high, that low to high action there and create some traffic in front. But Riegler, just the senior, is always at the top of his crease. Big goaltender, spread that ball.
Yeah, he's a big boy. If you ever been face-to-face with him. Kozinski waiting in far side dot here in the Indian zone. The Blades win now one. C.J. Brown on the far side corner. He's wrapping his way to the near side. He's got Hosinski in pursuit. He dumps back to Lehman behind Yoder. Loose puck picked up by C.J. Brown here, and he tried to center that one up into the slot, and here comes Parker selling it down for the Indians. He's got it on tape for Hosinski, and he falls as he crosses the blue line. No penalty called as that puck goes straight to Chase Elliott, and Chase Elliott freezes that one up. 4:27 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, Hosinski kind of throws his hands up. He's like, well, I was hooked, I was cross-checked, I was interfered with, but take your pick. But nobody's going to the box here, Josh. We've seen this, a lot of opportunities where the referees could have blown the whistle. I really think they're trying to let the kids decide this contest.
Hosinski and Lehman out of the far side dot here in the Blades zone. Here comes Guyton, sending it arrive from the top of the point near side. And it's going to be a Blades number trying to clear it out. Parker's got it on the stick, and he hits the side of the net there. Place has got it. And here comes Wilcott. Wilcott trying to work out of his own zone. C.J. Brown. C.J. Brown, far side corner here in the Indian zone. Here comes a centering opportunity. Net knocked off its moorings, and we're going to whistle here as Owen Bowen was getting ready to start pursuing out of the far side corner here of his own zone. 4:04 to go in the second period. The Indians lead the Blades 2-1.
It's been a fun one.
It's been a great one.
I gotta look up. It's 4:04. Only in the second period. This kind of has a feel of the third period already, doesn't it? I mean,
I'm happy that we're taking our time with it.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I mean, like I said, sign me up for this game every weekend. The atmosphere, the fans are down below on our feet. It's just awesome.
And it's a full house here too. Wrapped around all the way. 4:04 to go. Far side face-off out here in the Indian zone. Heckrich, he's got it on his stick out of the far side corner. And doing work. It looks like Smith and Penny are down there. This one's going to hop out to the near side corner. Colton Edmond chasing it out of his own zone. And he decides to go back to the far side. Got it in the stick. Cut down by Penny. Here comes an opportunity. And he gets taken down the ice. Heckrich goes slap pass. Oh, he wanted to go top shelf. DeGrow had it for a moment. Loose change in the slot. Hops out to the far side half boards. And still trying to be worked out of the Indian zone. Eckridge gets taken to the far side corner. Colton Edmonds got it on his stick. He's coming back to the near side. He loses the puck over a snow mound that was on the glove side of Jurgler. And it comes back behind Jurgler with the Blades having on the stick. And Eckridge is going to take a member of the Blades down. And he's going to collect the whistle. With 3:22 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, now the first time we see the Blades start to get some sustained offensive pressure there is Eckridge. I think he's going to go either for cross-checking or boarding there. And you mentioned, Josh, we saw Edmond had that puck on his stick, an opportunity to exit the zone. Couldn't quite do it because of the snow. So an opportunity here late for the Blades to even this game up, and it was going to be cross-checking there as the Blades now had their first power play of the game.
Well, here we go. Power play opportunity. Brought to you by Sweeney Julian Personal Injury Trial Attorneys. 3:22 to go here in the second period. We'll see the face-off be won by Lehman and pick up Smith. He tried to send out one to Jurgler. Guyton comes in, settles that down, and the Blades. We'll see Lehman behind out of the near side corner. Trying to work his way, his cycles, he's felt back to the top of the point. He's got some options. Sends it back to the far side of the ice for Wilcott. Wilcott up the half boards, far side. He'll go back, and that will hop into the protective netting. I'm not sure who of the Indians got a stick on that one, but he slides that one in redirection to the protective netting. We'll see a face-off coming up at 3:01.
And every game we've had, Josh, we talked about how patient the Blades are on the power play and how good they are with those seam passes. Yeah, nice stick there. I wasn't sure, like you said, who it was for St. Joe, but just deflecting that puck up in the netting.
Hosinski and Lehman, far side dot here in the Indian zone. C.J. Brown's got it on the stick. He backhands one for Wilcott. Wilcott keeps it alive, top of the point in front of his bench. And here comes back down. Oh, a great job there by C.J. Brown. He had a stick there. This is going to escape back out in the Detroit's own ice, but Leister's got it. And a good job by Gerard playing some defense here for the Indians. They dump that one from the neutral zone to the near side corner. Hops through to the far side. And Wilcott keeps it alive with a skate. And a good job. He throws that one from top of the point. Rebound. We'll see a second shot taken by Lehman. That shot's going to come all the way back out to the neutral zone ice and down to the Blade zone. 1:07 to go on the power play. Wilcott's got it. 2:25 to go here inside the second period.
It's a big keeping though by Wilcott to create that opportunity for the Blades.
Here comes Lehman. He walks it across the blue line near side, and he's trying to work his way and find a target in the slot. Out of the far side corner. He sends it back up to the top of Wilcott. Wilcott throws a shot. That one didn't get through the traffic. Far side corner. Being played out by Lehman. Edmond did a good job for the Indians. Playing defense here. Here comes C.J. Brown up the half boards. Throws it back to the near side, and Smith is just going to give it a ride. He tried to target up there. Oh, and Leister had it. And a loose change situation. Doesn't get cleared out. Here comes Wilcott. He scores! Nate Wilcott. He's got the game evened up with 1:53 to go here in the second period. And it's a power play goal.
Josh, I have no idea who that assist went to. It was initially, a seam passer like Layman trying to get it through. Hit Leister in front, got down there. It was C.J. Brown that was kind of hacking at it. Not sure if it was a Blaze player that got it back out to Wilcott or if it was a StJoe player that tried to clear the zone. But he had it square right in front of Wilcott, just inside the blue line, took 2 strides and fired it home for the traffic.
That goal brought you by Pull Out Your Belt, and here comes LeGros. Once more, he takes it in and walks it into the attacking zone. Backhanded opportunity on the glove side of Yogo. Yogo's a little bit too good for that one. 1:46 to go.
And Josh, what we're seeing with both these goaltenders is the goals are happening with traffic in front.
Yes. LeGros, Gerard, near side face-off out here in the Indian zone. Eckridge will chase that one down, and a good job by Jacob Humps cutting it down in his own zone. He'll send that across the ice to Torada. Torada walks it across the blue line in front of his own bench. Now to the far side corner. He tried to send it out one up, and the Blades are there quicker to it. This time it was going to be played out by Penny. Now LeGros had it. The Ghoster, he's got it in his own zone and sees that one sit back in the Neutral's own ice. Place all the way back to C.J. Brown. Boyer comes into LeGros, and you'll see that one chases. Ghoster has it. Ghoster out of the near side corner. Gerard, he backhands one, and Eckridge is there behind Rigler to slow it down. Out of the far side corner, he sets up Torada. Torada comes all the way back for Jacob Hums in the Neutral's own ice. Hums will retreat back into his own zone and will reset. Eckridge has got it. Eckridge tried to throw that one, but couldn't get it all the way. Hums backhands that to the Neutral's own ice. Out of the far side corner in the Blade zone, Boyer has it. 50 seconds here in the second period. Through the Neutral's own ice, Owen Baylor try to cut that down, and hit Jay Smith into the boards there. But we'll say icing. And I kind of thought that was going to be the call, but it looks like they might have waved it off.
Yeah, it was interesting there because that puck was kind of flipped at the blue line. I thought it was the Blaze player that tipped that into the zone, but I guess the officials are going to say that puck was not tipped in. It was George Smith that was trying to track that down. Either way, it comes all the way back down here to our left. And important to note, it's Hozinski taking this face off. And Josh, he's been a machine on these draws late in this third period. We saw it against Penn, but he won draw late.
Now here comes an Indian face-off win, and Eckridge breaks his stick as he tried to set a one-timer. Parker will take the rebound here in the near side corner. Wilcott behind his brother, Chase Wilcott. He'll send that to the half boards, and it slips through. And that's because Smith has got another stick. He walks it across the blue line near side. On the attack, he takes Owen Baylor into the boards. And here comes an opportunity for the Blades. Far side, Leister throws a shot, and that was gloved up with 22 seconds left to go as Leister in front of his own bench threw in a shot.
Yeah, now you're starting to see the Blades set on the end of their game, getting those pucks deep, throwing it back out front. It was Leister that got that puck on all the way through the Yogo, but it was Smith right there sniffing that deflection or that rebound opportunity. Nice job by Balin to tie him up.
By the way, the assist total there on that power play goal, Westbrook and C.J. Brown. 18 seconds left to go. This one's going to hop free on the far side boards here. We get a whistle.
Yeah, we got Parker and Smith tied up, and I think it's going to be Parker that's going to go off for 2 minutes for interference as he's kind of jawing at the official there because they were here to the right side of the faceoff circle. The puck went to the left, and they got tangled up, and the play was moving out of the zone. So 14.7 seconds to go, Josh. Blades going to go on the power play. If they don't convert here, they'll start the third period with a clean sheet of ice in the power play.
That's huge. We'll see what happens here. Power play tonight. Sweeney Jr. personal injury trial attorneys. Kosinski doing work for the Indians out of their own zone. Far side dot. Eckridge has got it. They're going to turn around and clear out the zone. He does. Kosinski's got another stick. Into the attacking zone. Point blank. He wanted to go on the stick side there and finally got
a whistle. Oh, and Josh, I thought that could have been an opportunity for a penalty shot. Instead, they're going to get interference there. I thought Hozinski was clear of both Blades defenders.
But it's side.
I'm looking over there at the bench. I see Coach Cleaver up there, and I think he's going to be trying to work the official here for that penalty shot opportunity.
We'll see what's going to happen here. They're going to the crease over here on the far side of the ice, and they're discussing it. There's 3.3 seconds
and I see Lozinski here circling at center ice, and the linesman here at the red line.
He wants it. And the crowd started.
And I think, Josh, the officials want these kids to decide it is going to be a penalty shot now.
So we're going to have a penalty shot first year for the regular season on us, our broadcasting commission. Hozinski's going to take this.
Nice shot there by Coach Cleaver lobbying for his kid. I thought he was clear, so it's going to be Hozinski and Wilcott.
That's a big one here. Hosinski. He takes it off the red line. Gently walks it across the blue line, far side, back to the near side, and point blank, and he tried to take him all the way, and there's an opportunity by Chase Wilcup to deny Charlie Hosinski.
Yeah, Josh, I think it's just all the snow late in the period. Hosinski wasn't sure what he wanted to do with the puck. He didn't want to overhandle it, but Wilcup came out and challenged that shot. I think Hosinski was kind of waiting for him to bite on something, but he didn't trust the ice, and he just kind of ran out of real estate as he tried to work that puck over to his forehand and tuck it behind him.
You see his teammates, Chase Wilcup's teammates coming in there and giving all pats on the shoulders and helmets and saying good job, kid, because that's that aggression right there, right? The experience factor. 3 seconds remaining, face off in the blade zone, far side dot. Wilcup's got it, and we'll see the second period come to expiration. We're all tied up 2-2 is our score. We got the intermission report coming up next. We listen to the 20